Anji's 2 Heavy Slash has a couple of buffs to it, reworking the move effectively. Previously, with its 22 frame startup, if you hit the opponent with it, you weren't going to get much off of this move. Like, you could basically get a 5k. On block, it wasn't really great, while you could cancel out of it, so this didn't really matter. It was -4 on block, so safe to any 4-frame jab, given the spacing it put the opponent at. Now you're going to actually link things like dash up close slash, or just 5 heavy slash off of 2 heavy slash on hit. And on block, with the 10 frames of reduced recovery, you are now +6 on block. The startup has been shortened by 5 frames, but this is sort of a trade-off just to make it a pretty good pressure tool, as you're able to use your kicks pretty much consistently afterwards to frame trap, or you could even use 2S against some normals. In addition to that, it's also pretty useful for using it as a launcher in some of your counter hit combo routing, just to give Anji a little more damage in some situations and a little more corner carry. So overall, it's a pretty nice buff. Midare, though, his koi fish attack follow-up after his spin is a little bit nerfed. Previously, if you were able to block it, Anji would be in your face and +11. Now, the Guard Crush duration has been reduced, so now it is only -2, not to mention the fact that you can YRC this Guard Crush. -2 is important because it's not like you can go into spin to counter your jab. There isn't too many changes going on for Anji here. 2 Heavy Slash, I think, is something he's going to be very much appreciative of, since he's going to be able to route into it in a couple combo routings to improve his damage in some situations, and be able to sneak it in from time to time to his pressure game, just to add on to his mental stack, making him less of a Fujin dispenser bot. The Midare nerf is something which I think was a little bit warranted. It was kind of obnoxious for him to be able to skip neutral and then either get a punish or just start up his offense after dancing through a fireball against you. So now the fact that he can end his pressure safely, but be -2 and let you kind of fight against him, I think is a healthy change for that move overall. Most people I've talked to or have seen talk about Anji kind of consider him buffed overall in this patch, which I do think makes sense. He appreciates taking less damage. He appreciates the fact that, you know, risk doesn't build up as much on him because he doesn't have a meterless reversal in his kit. So now he's not punished as often and as hard for having to block long strings. Him having Red Wild Assault, I don't really see Anji's use it on block too often, just because why go Red Wild Assault when you have Fujin and those mix-ups and that pressure instead to use off of. So I don't think he's too affected by the Red Wild Assault changes, and I think he very much appreciates how most of the cast around him are receiving a lot more nerfs with regards to the high tier cast around him. And he was doing pretty fine before. We've got to see him in top 8 of the EVO last year with Ooey Gooey Chewy Snicker, if I remember correctly. And I think that Anji's going to be performing just fine in this patch. It's nice to see one of the more frustrating elements of him toned down and him having a new tool to play with.